then I think, later on in the game, Steph was trying desperately to get us back in it, and he was, making some plays where he felt like he had to try to make something happen, and we got a little bit out of our offense at that point.
Steve, over here on the side, to your right. Following up on Kendra's question on Clay, how difficult was it for you to see him struggle like that, given everything he's meant to the organization, everything he kind of fought through this season to have a very good second half,
Yeah.
to see it end like that?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
It's tough. It's tough. I love Clay so much. I mean, what he's meant to me in the 10 years we've been together. I've watched him the last couple of years, fighting the feeling of devastation from the injuries, and I've watched him this year really flip his season around with his approach, and I saw him, enjoy the second half of the season and play with a little more freedom, a little more joy, and so tonight was tough to see him struggle. But as I told the guys in there, that it's all part of being an athlete, being an NBA player. I mean, there's incredible highs and really tough lows, and this was a tough one for Clay and for the whole team. We didn't play very well, and it hurts. So it's all part of it.
Coach, is it inevitable that you mentioned being sentimental? That I don't know how long you started kind of feeling that way, but like, kind of what were your thoughts as you went into the locker room, knowing that the locker room may look a lot different, or perhaps it could look the same?
Yeah, I mean, and it's that way anyway. Even if you're winning, every year you lose guys and bring new guys in, and the relationships that you build in this job are really special, because you go through so many emotional highs and lows together, and you form these powerful bonds that last a lifetime. It's what I love about team sports. I mean, you just, my best friends in life are, my former teammates who I played with, and there's something incredibly powerful about, these relationships, and you just know that every year there's going to be changes, and it's part of the business, but doesn't make it any easier.
Steve, it felt like this game was much more like early in the season, the hump you got over, where it's like they're throwing all this at Steph and you need somebody else. You've got a lot of guys who can score, but it feels like you just didn't know who was scoring that night. Just how difficult is that to run an offense? You don't know like which guy it's going to be, or maybe if two guys are having a bad night.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got to do a better job next year of helping us offensively, helping us find a little more rhythm. I think we got a little too dependent on individual play this year. Last couple of years, really, we haven't had the same rhythm and flow that we've had, over the last decade. And I think my staff and I have to really look at everything we're doing and try to create a little more offensive flow to help our secondary players, get easier shots and better rhythm.
Just every